So, yeah, we're into Rick and Morty season 4 right now, and now we're on to Claw and Hoarder. Special Rictums Morty. Jesus Christ, these episode titles.
That title is actually pretty close, except
It
for
is.
Special Rictums Morty. Why not just say Special Rictums Unit?
Yeah, that's my thing too. That's the
because unit, like a group of people on a task, but also
Morty
unit.
Yeah,
you know
and plus Rictum is close to victim. I mean, that's close enough to victim.
Oh well, it is. I was also thinking that Rictum is close to rectum.
Yeah.
So
and, yeah, that oh god, I didn't
right,
think about that.
Right, so it is funnier. Okay.
Yeah, but Claw and Hoarder, Special Rictums Morty. So the thing with this season so far, first 2 episodes were pretty wicked. I'm not gonna lie. Third episode had some downtime to it, but at the same time, it did provide us with some pretty good memes. You son of a bitch! I'm in.
Now I know where all those memes come from.
Yeah. And
also,
I was always reading it in the wrong voice when I read them because I was just thinking it was like, oh,
just their
son of a
voice,
bitch,
yeah,
I'm in.
yeah.
But it's like, you son of a bitch,
Where he
I'm
was
in.
like drugged or whatever. I still like that one. It's like what does he say? Your booze mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer.
Oh,
my people use that meme all the time.
Your booze mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer. Yeah. God. So we're now into season 4. We're on episode 4. Let's just go ahead and get into it. This season so far, dude. Oh, starting off on a hot one.
You said whatever. I want my dragon.
You know who's into dragons, Morty? Nerds that refuse to admit they're Christian.
I want my dragon.
Let me give you rocket shoes. Let me give you Wolverine.
Wow.
Let me give you a fucking rocket hat.
Wow.
Be sure to use it with the rocket shoes or it'll rip your head off.
I want my dragon.
Oh, crap. Crap.
Oh, thank God. Dad, did you promise Morty a dragon?
Breaker of sky, slayer of mountain.
Rule 1, you are now scooper of your own poops, or I will take you down like the black light poster you are. I don't got any more rules.
Damn.
I'm guessing you'd rather not be tagged in this.
If you're talking to a cat, it's an abnormal event unrelated to me, like when you went to Pluto or my daughter.
Okay,
Damn.
there's really no need to get savage.
So, 20-minute nap and soar through the sky?
As you command.
Okay, see you soon. This is fun.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
What's this show called? Oh! And that's the end of the Morty Gets a Dragon episode.
Are you gonna slay it?
First off, I always slay it, queen.
Yes.
Nah, it's kind of boring now that they're together.
That Tesla.
Hey,
Yeah, that's a Tesla.
You shut the up, or at least roll over. Wait, is this... Why do you have an original Ecto-Cooler juice box from 1989?
I hoard that which your kind covet.
I'll give you $20 for it.
Nice try.
Cha-ching! Small soldier spin pops.
Don't open
Holy
that.
hell.
Idiot. I could spend all night down here.
Do you indulge in volcanic fumes?
Is it gonna f up my brain?
No.
I'll do it anyway.
Oh, those
God.
are not cheap tickets.
Apparently, dragons are pretty cool.
Why and who?
Oh my God! It's a friggin' party.
What's the saying?
Oh shit.
Oh, they're soul bonded.
No, God. Oh, this looks weird. This looks weird.
Morty, I can explain. I hope it's not because you're watching, but don't go anywhere.
Oh, fuck no.
The smell of sulfur and skankery.
I'll take care of this at once. You suck, dragon! You suck!
Chill
Whoa.
Hey, that's... You don't have to...
What the fuck?
You slut! Does it feel like you're whipping me? True power looks like this. Stone monster. Stick that up your ass. Oh, you're done? I thought the rock monster was here to introduce a physicist. higher status in lame world.
Get your together, Lair Wrecker.
We need to rescue Val from
Morty, the moral of this story is bros before dragons.
Yeah, if he dies while you're soul bonded, you die too.
Morty, the moral of this story is bros rescue dragons.
Of course it
All
is.
from all. So annoying. You ever like try to swallow a really big vitamin with no water? You know, like really like big one, you know, and it kind of gets stuck in your throat.
I know that feeling every day, Rick. Trust me, when you have a shrunken esophagus, it fucking sucks. Everything's like that.
It's You know what? You're right. I can get used to this magic stuff.
Wow. Eat your heart out, like.
There's Val.
Let's-
What in the medieval equivalent of tarnation? An idiot power of 12 feet. And hate magic. Slut thief. You're
Slut thief. Slut thief.
Pretty fun boat. Fun people. I'm a talking cat, but who cares why is my point.
So there's like a Rick and Morty Dungeons and Dragons
reason.
thing, and if Power of 12 Feet is not a spell in it, I'm gonna be mad.
Power of 12 feet
Yeah.
needs to be a spell in the Rick and Morty D&D. It needs to be. Power of 12 feet.
Like, I thought it was kind of weird that they did that, but then it's like this episode, I'm like, oh, okay, so
Yeah, you get it now. You get it.
But we would have to kill the wizard to be free. He is too powerful.
There is a way to kill the wizard.
Oh dear.
Oh God.
Serious character. Shadow Jump.
I see. God, I can't unsee it now. Fuck.
By the time I emerge from my cocoon and masturbating to the sounds you all make.
Jesus Christ! All right, could use a little more mystery. Oh, just now seeing the staff.
We've never had enough sleep.
I'm sorry, but this dragon needs to come out with this voice. It's like, I'm sick and tired of just sitting in the side of my cocoon listening to y'all and masturbating. I can't even get it up anymore.
Now with
I really hope this isn't in the D&D campaign.
It will be, Micah.
chance.
There's gotta be something else in here. There's gotta be another way. Just give me a second. I haven't read all this yet.
Oh, hell. Oh, God.
Maybe don't tell your parents we did this.
Nope. I wouldn't say shit.
Please, no! Ice spell! Ice spell! Ah, God, that just made it last longer! Ah, it burns longer! Ah.
Oh, God. Okay, I need to see that again.
That just made it last longer! Ah, it burns longer! Ah, I could have died fast!
Thank you, strangers.
Well, it's your world now. Have fun with empowerment.
I'm gonna take that shower.
If it's just warm liquid you want dribbled over your body, I could maybe.
No, look, I just want to be clean. I feel dirty after everything that's happened.
How about a quick hand bond?
What?
I like doing it.
You're embarrassing yourself. I'm closing the door.
They're gonna leave him.
No.
Why can you talk?
What is this?
I need you in one spot for a clean mind scan.
Mind scan?
Oh, son of a bitch! Jerry, don't!
I want to see.
No, you do not!
At least now maybe
Get the hell out of here!
He was in my home, where I keep photos of my parents.
Jerry, I have a device. It can make us forget.
Someone has to remember.
Someone will.
Did we crash? Where's the cat?
He ran away.
Did you scan his brain?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
That cat, I don't know what the hell that cat's issue was, but... Oh.
Is there a reason you can speak?
Yeah, and I'm ashamed of it.
Then speak of it no more. Do you wish to eat? Maybe bond a little.
Yeah, I could bond. How long does it take you to fly to Florida?
Get any of that?
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Fucking weird episode.
That was super
That was
weird.
super friggin' weird. Okay, when I was a kid, I did used to like dragons a lot. I don't think so anymore.
I still like dragons a lot.
No,
Rick and Morty doesn't define dragons.
I know it doesn't, but it's hard to not see the stuff that was in this.
I mean, I guess...
I don't know many people who wouldn't soul bond like that with Alex Strauza from World of Warcraft. She fine.
I feel like that is maybe kind of like a stab at D&D, because a lot of dragons can polymorph, so they'll polymorph into other species and then mate with them.
That's the thing with WoW is all the dragons have human forms.
Yeah, so it's like...
pretty sexy when she's in human form.
Well,
For a cartoon character like the movie of Animal.
well, yeah, and plus there's also Tales of Earthsea. You know, there was the one dragon in it that could morph into a human being.
Still haven't watched that one.
The book's better by far. I mean, that's usually the case, but for a Studio Ghibli film, that's depressing, because Howl's Moving Castle, the film is amazing just as much as the book. But
It's based off a book.
yeah, but the visuals are still beautiful, which, you know, Ghibli has always done a good job with that. But here, I'm sorry, the visuals in this, you know, if I were Morty, I would have taken like the power that Rick was offering, because, you know, the book is good to have, but to look through it and memorize all the stuff, that can be, you can still do that, but still also have like,
Sorcerer over wizard.
Yeah, being a wizard takes time and preparation.
You have to actually read the spells.
Yes.
Like sorcerer, you're just like fire hands.
which what Rick said he was going to offer him was sort of like Wolverine claws. It's like, okay, I'll take that noise all day long. That's good stuff. But yeah, this was a bit of a jab at D&D. There was a certain other show that we watched that had a D&D centric episode. Gravity Falls.
Oh yeah, it's just math.
Yeah. Nick hasn't seen it yet, and
That's a good one.
there's a very awesome D&D episode.
Honestly, I knew we didn't watch it, but I immediately thought of the reboot episode where they're like in the D&D campaign, basically.
Well, no. Well, I think all of us here have seen Reboot. And I'll never forget when I saw Ash Williams in Reboot.
Yeah.
Groovy.
Yeah.
That was my favorite episode of that.
It was awesome. And then at the end of the episode, he gets dragged into the cellar because he's like, I'm dead by dawn. Goes back into the cellar. It's like, as a kid, I found that hilarious, and then a little bit later, I watched Evil Dead 2, and I'm like, I get it now.
There was so much in that like that one cliffhanger where they were basically in like Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, okay, he looks like Scorpion. And I was like, oh yeah, because
that does happen.
That's what they're referencing.
Yeah,
he is Scorpion.
And then of course there was also the Mad Max parody when Enzo was trying to build his own little cart, and he stole parts from Megabyte.
I need to rewatch that show now that I've seen more stuff. We get more references.
It's a really cool show.
It is.
References from it.
Like, there's a lot of really cool references, like in a lot of stuff. But Reboot was the first show I really watched that had like ultra pop cultural references that have lastability. Because all you need to see is a dude with a chainsaw in his hand and a double barrel shotgun. What do all nerds immediately draw to? Bruce freaking Campbell. You know, you see hellacious desert hellscape with a bunch of crazy people hanging off the sides of vehicles. Mad Max. Like, there's stuff, pop cultural stuff that's timeless and Borderlands now, but it started with Mad Max. That's where it started in terms of like visual medias. And now I'm just, there's so much out there, and Rick and Morty, like, the whole thing where they were at the zoo and they had that conversation about, you know, it's like you will be remembered and they will hunt you and they will, that can be seen as a real world reference to how people have tried to tear down Rick and Morty in the real world, because it's not PC and it doesn't follow the rules of like what PC culture demands, and, you know, people will be jealous of you and they'll try and tear you down. It's like, yeah, that's happening in this world. That's happening in the real world. They're trying to tear down Rick and Morty. And I guess the creators of Rick and Morty are just like, yeah, don't really care. Just don't give a crap.
No.
And if they keep pumping...
People try to tear it down over his fan base, too. But if you dislike something over his fan base, you won't like fucking anything.
Well...
Because if you look into the fan bases of most anything, they're insufferable.
Dude...
Like, I'm pretty pissed right now over people with the recent Avatar comments episode. Like, they can go fuck themselves.
Well...
I said what I said.
Yeah, and you stand by it. It was the episode where Aang sort of loses his cool after Appa gets taken away.
I mean, like there have been some weird moments where he kind of has gotten on my nerves, like because it's like, man, it's like for.
Yeah, but that show can do no wrong, and the fan base is gonna like.
No, I mean it's a great show. Like I just think that some of.
We said like it doesn't mean it's a bad show. It's
Yeah.
just, it's a little annoying.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, "Fuck these guys! They're fucking stupid," and I'm just like, "No, fuck you." Like,
Yeah.
a giant dick.
A giant dragon.
Yeah,
Well, also it is
illegal to criticize a show even if it's like considered to be like a mostly perfect show.
Well, that's just like, well, okay. Undertale's a perfect example of a fan base that got way out of control a few years ago.
Like 2 years after it came out, specifically because I saw the fan base and I was just like, ooh.
Well, for one, there was when I first started getting into playing Undertale, people were just like, oh gosh, you gotta go here, you gotta go here. Here, read this, I wrote it, tell me what you think. And it was an Undertale cross-fiction where this guy made himself, in the world and pretty much had a romantic relationship with Sans. And I'm like, and the writing was not that good, and I'm just like...
Nobody cares about your fan fiction, especially if it's that cringy.
Well, and here's the thing. I said it's not for me.
Write your fan fiction for yourself because you like it, but don't expect other people to care.
Yeah, but when I said, yeah, it's just not for me. And immediately they jumped all over me saying, then I should stop playing Undertale because I just wouldn't freaking get it. You're a terrible person. How dare you not like what I put out there? It's like, and you're the reason why cancerous fan bases are frowned upon. Welcome, yeah.
like the only fan fiction I've ever read was from this guy I used to work with, and it cracks me up because he was a brony, and it was a My Little Pony Justice League crossover where he ends up like helping the Justice League and the ponies save the world, and he got to meet Obama, and it was funny because I totally forgot about this guy until turns out the girl in my D&D group was friends with his brother, so she knew who this guy was. He came up in a conversation a little while ago. I used to work with him. It was pretty funny. I was like, wait, you know so-and-so? She's like, oh, yeah. It's like...
Oh, boy.
That was a deep cut. I hadn't thought about that guy in years.
And oh, gosh. This is the problem with people out there nowadays who think that they can do no wrong and everyone... I hate to say it, but it's the participation trophy.
I mean, he was pretty self-aware. He's like, it's not good. It's weird. You probably won't like it. He's like, but I'm pretty proud of it. I'm like,
there's people. No. There are people like that, but
I was like, hey, you were a superhero. Got to meet the president. That's pretty cool.
People don't self-deprecate, dude. People don't self-deprecate because they think very highly of themselves, and everyone should respect their art and not have to say anything negative about it.
No matter what you're passionate about, no matter what you like. Not everybody agrees with you, and there are a lot of fucking psychopaths that do agree with you, and you need to realize that.
And don't live in an echo chamber.
About, anything that I'm into that I'm a really big fan of, and I cannot think of any fan bases that I 100% can be like, this is an entirely non-toxic, really cool fan base, like 100% through, like. They all have large chunks of just degenerate assholes like in them.
Yeah.
Kohai and Cambria is probably the least bad out of like all the ones I can think of. Like I've met like the most probably cool fans of Kohai out of anything else that I'm a big fan of. But like, there's still some people that I've met that just like, dude, what the fuck is the matter with you?
There's bad everywhere, dude, and it's like when I started this YouTube channel, I learned the very valuable lesson early on: you're never gonna please everybody, and you never should try to. And that's the point. That's the point of it all. All right, well, I think that's gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen. This was Rick and Morty Season 4, Episode 4, Claw and Hoarder, Special Ricktums Morty. I get where the reference came from because they were watching the TV show, and it was a sort of a reference to that. But yeah,
Don't overthink the episode.
no, and with this, I was just like, okay, so it's just a dragon. There's just gonna be a soul bonding, and all of a sudden you find out it's a slut dragon.
It wasn't just a dragon.
It was a slut dragon.
It's never just a dragon.
No.
So it's never just an anything.
Anyway,
That was fucking weird.
that was a fucking weird episode. All right. Well, anyway, everybody, thank you all very much for tuning in. And I guess until next time, signing off, I'm Nate.
Micah.
And we'll see you in the next one, everybody. Peace out.
Rip and tear until it is done.